Hello, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we're talking about the big story, at least in our area, which is Houston and Beaumont, which is the cold. It is going to get down to about 22 degrees tonight, and I know some of my northern brethren are kind of laughing at us right now because, yeah, it's supposed to be up to about 38 during the day, so I think we're going to be okay. But in our markets, we get ice on the roads, ice on overpasses. We're not built for it. So it's a big deal. But what to do if you're a homeowner and you're sitting there right now and you're thinking, okay, what if we lose power again? What do I do? Can I use my fireplace for heat? And we have tried to educate people over the last couple of years about this, but yes, you can, but you really should have a well-maintained fireplace. There are some fireplaces that most fireplaces, open fireplaces, are not designed to heat. Now, if you put your hands over them, you're right next to it, yes, it is warm. But if you go to the other side of the room, even 5 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet away, it may actually be cooler because that fire pulls air from the house like combustion air. As it heats, it rises. So it pulls more combustion air in, which a lot of times is heated air from your house. So the way it makes up for that air once it's been sucked up the chimney is it leaks through windows and doors, which is usually colder. So potentially your fireplace could actually make certain parts of your house colder. So if you've never had an inspection, which I'm getting over and over and over again, you've never had anybody look at it, should I use it? And unfortunately, the answer is I don't know. There are certain fireplaces that you absolutely would rather not use it at all. Most people don't know, but some fireplaces, which are made out of metal, are so rusted that there are huge holes. Literally, you can put your fingers through the metal. And I don't care how cold you are, that should not be used. There's some fireplaces that are made of masonry, brick, mortar that, once again, have so much water damage, that so much everything else. And I'm not trying to scare people, but educate you. Even some brand new fireplaces, if you read the instructions, which most people don't, there's a maximum continuous usage. You're not supposed to use it longer than about X amount of time. Some of them are as little as 3 hours, some of them 6, 8 hours, but they're not meant, and they'll say it in the instruction manual, they're not meant to heat. They're not meant for continuous usage. So this is all in the off season. Everything else we've been going over: maintain, have it inspected. No. If you're trying to light fireplaces and you can't get your pilot lit, anything else, let us know. We can try to walk you through it, but we can't look into your fireplace and tell the condition of it without actually being there. But we do have virtual appointments. They're all gone for today. We just scheduled our last one. If you go to our website, lordschimney.com, you page down to where it says free virtual assessment. Right now, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, a whole bunch of appointments open for tomorrow. So if you get in that spot where you don't know what you're doing, you're not sure, book one of those. We also, if you go to Lord's Chimney, if you search Lord's Chimney and go to our main office that it's our main office, 14600 Alameda, there's a little book appointment. You can book an appointment there, or you can call in and talk to Millie and schedule an appointment. Occasionally, there are appointments Millie has that are not available online. So always call in, see if there's another appointment. We do have some priority appointments. There's fees associated with it because our guys have to work extra hours and we have to, sometimes re-jumble people. But call in, book on the online link, schedule a virtual appointment. I can look, if we're right there, we can look into your fireplace. We can do the best we can with a virtual appointment, but it is not the same thing at all. If you're trying to burn a wood-burning fireplace, wood-burning fireplaces sometimes have a gas log lighter, which is a little rod that has holes in it, and some of them do not. But even though you have gas, that is a wood-burning fireplace with a gas log lighter, which usually means that you can switch over to gas logs if you so choose. But you're trying to light a wood fireplace. The first thing you want to do is preheat. Everything's going to be cold. Preheat the venting system. If you have that gas log lighter, you can use the gas to do that. But we want to make sure that after the gas is running for a little while, we want to make sure it's venting before we put wood in it. Because if you just light up the wood and it doesn't vent, all the smoke's going to come into your house. So you can put a little piece of paper or a little something into the gas. Look where the smoke goes. Is it going up? If it goes up and through, your damper's open, everything's good to go, that's the time to start putting wood into the fireplace and actually lighting the wood. You want to make sure you have well-seasoned dry wood. Probably right now, it's harder to find wood. Even if you do, a lot of times it's not seasoned, it's not dry. It's going to take in our humid environment, whether Beaumont, whether Houston, it can take almost a year if you give it off the ground, put a tarp over it, don't let it get rained on. It takes a while to properly season wood in our market. So if you do not have that log lighter to preheat the venting system, the secret is making a torch. You take newspaper, I guess most people don't have newspapers anymore, but something like newspaper, twist it into a torch, light the top of it, hold it up through the damper, and let that heat up your venting system. Before you do that, and I guess I'm skipping a step, have all your wood pre-assembled, the kindling, everything else, small pieces, big pieces. And then as you're holding that torch up, you're watching the smoke. Once it's preheated and all the smoke is venting correctly, you can drop the torch into your wood bundle and light the wood. But if you just light the wood without preheating anything, without testing for drafting, bad things can happen as far as smoke coming into your house. So, and if you have the torch, if you have that, if you forget to open your damper, it's much easier to take the torch out, open the damper, and go. But if you just light wood and the damper's not open, reaching in there to open it is not always fun. If you have a fireplace that has a remote or a wall switch, a lot of times we consider those gas appliances, although there are some gas logs that have that as well. But some of them, you have to light the pilot. Some of them don't. Some of them, if you have the little one that you hit the button or flip the switch, and you hear tick, 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 and then it lights, and then the main burner comes on. That one, some of them are actually plugged in, and when the power goes out, that ignition system stops working. Quick secret. Many of them have a battery backup. It's a little, if you open up, literally you fold it down, or there's an area to get into, there's a little, looks like casing where you can snap 2 D-cell batteries into. And every one of them is slightly different, but you snap those batteries in and suddenly your ignition system works again. So that's a great thing. If you want to schedule a virtual appointment, I can show you where that is, or whoever's on the thing. We may have multiple people doing virtuals tomorrow, but we can show you how to put those backup batteries in, how to get it working. And if you have that type of fireplace, often it's direct vent, which means you have a solid painted glass over the front. Those are more efficient in producing heat, because all the combustion air comes through the venting system down. It heats up and then vents everything out. So you can get some more heat out of those than you would a standard open wood burning fireplace. And a lot of people think that if you have a gas fireplace, it can't heat. That is really, really not true. We have some gas inserts. We have some gas fireplaces. If you so choose to have these installed, that will heat whole rooms easily. They even have thermostats that will turn the gas up, down, on, off to maintain a temperature in the room. So if you would like your fireplace to be a truly backup heat source, we can easily get that done. Easy. It all costs money. But there are certain fireplaces that we can just insert a gas stove into. There's certain fireplaces that you have to take the whole fireplace out and put a new fireplace in to get that energy efficient gas fireplace. There are wood stoves that exists. It's not real popular in our area because you don't get to use it much. And once you get them on, there's no real off button. So if you get too much heat, you can turn down the oxygen to it and kind of let the fire smolder a little bit, but not ideal for our environment. Gas is a little easier to use. It's a little easier to turn on and off. Maintenance is a little easier, but hey, if you need help, if you don't know how to use your fireplace, if you're not sure and you just want to talk to somebody about it, hey, virtual assessments from our website. Go down to free virtual assessment, schedule it. I or someone else can get on a Zoom meeting. We can see where you're at. We can see what you're working with, and we can actually help you to the extent we can. And sometimes you're going to get, and I do this a ton, listen, you really need someone to come out and look at it. I can't tell you 100% what's going on with it. So virtual assessments, schedule those appointments. If you need help, go to our Facebook page, instant message us, send us. That's probably better than even emailing. And we can see if we can help you as much as we can. But it's going to get cold. It's fireplace season. This is what we do. We're here to help. I always say that our advice is free. sometimes we have to come out, and yes, we have to charge for inspections. We have to charge for that. There's employees that have to go out. There's gas, there's insurance, there's certifications, all the things that make us what we are, all the reasons you see all the 5-star reviews, that all cost money. But hey, virtual appointments, we can be in your house via Zoom. We can try to help as much as we can. That's what we're all about. So thank you. Please share this. If anybody needs help during the cold time, shoot us a Facebook, probably Messenger is the best. There's some Google stuff that you can message that. We follow those too. But let us know. We're here to help. Please share this. If anybody needs help, if we can help anybody, we'll be happy to help. So thank you, and we will see you next time.